Good morning. It's a cold, rainy day here in November, here on the East Coast where I am, and I am about to start 2 8-hour days of interviews for service academies. I don't think this has ever been done before. Obviously, this is not live because it's on YouTube, um, but I am going to go and log in here, get on the WebEx, hook into the senator's office, and we are going to start our interviews for today. I am not going to discuss the interviews. I'm not going to show you the candidates. But during the day, I will give a few comments either before or after each interview and just give you my thoughts as the day goes on. So you probably only get like maybe three, possibly four comments about three or four people because it is a long day. So this is day one. Tomorrow is day two. So day one, we're going to start off here with an easy one, which is good because it's early in the morning for me. It is a person that has an LOA to the Merchant Marine Academy. This should be an interesting interview. Hopefully that person will be able to tell me about the Merchant Marine Academy so I can learn a little bit more and what they do there and outside of the Merchant Marine Academy upon graduation. So here we go. I got my iPad ready. I have all the files on the iPad. Over here behind the camera is my iPhone, which I do use to log in. And I might have, some video showing, the talking during the interview, but there will be no audio. I might put a little music underneath it. So thank you for joining, and I hope you follow through with these 2 days of interviews, and hopefully I'll condense it into a very small package for you. All right, so let's log in first here, and let's see what we got. Okay, we finished the first interview for the day, and this person had an LOA to the Merchant Marine Academy, had absolutely no idea what they wanted to do, what the commitment was, about going to see anything about the Merchant Marine Academy. I asked him two questions towards the middle of the interview. Who would be more disappointed about you not going to a service academy, you or your parents? The answer was your parents. At that point, that person got very upset and teared up. And I finally asked them after they calmed down, what do you really want to do? I really want to be a dentist. So there you have it. That's interview number one. Such hope for today, but here we are. And let's see how the rest of the day goes. Okay, here we are at the end of the day. It is about 15:15. We are done for today. Unfortunately, my video plans did not work out. Had some technical difficulties that I just wasn't going to spend time to rectify because it wouldn't be right to take time away from my team and the candidates. So a good day, not a great day, not a bad day. The one theme I can say for today is that people were not prepared. People were not prepared in that they did not know the honor code. They did not know the service commitment. The one person who was the number one, the best interview, that person had everything. The person knew exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to either go to the Naval Academy or the Merchant Marine Academy. They knew everything about both schools. They had a career path for the Navy. They had a career path for the Merchant Marine. They had the sports. They had the extracurriculars. They had community service. They had everything. So what didn't they have? They didn't have the SAT, ACT scores. They had low SATs and even lower ACTs. They had really great grades in school. They were like a 4.0 student. I mean, they were all A's and all B pluses, but those standardized tests just were not there. And when pressed on that, the person said that they had problems taking standardized tests. I guess some of the standardized tests, maybe the SATs that the person took is on their computer. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what that person said. The ACT was a paper test, but they did worse on that than they did in the SATs. Um, do I think this person would be successful at Naval Academy? No. Do I think that person would be successful at the Merchant Marine Academy? Probably not. But I did recommend the person for a nomination to the Merchant Marine Academy. And I'll tell you why. Because the Merchant Marine Academy is a relatively small school. There's maybe 200 to 250 people per class. The classes are very small, very tight. They stick together. They all go to school to the same classes together. There's a graduation through cooperation spirit there. This person is a very, very hard worker. And I think that this person in a small class environment like that may be successful. So I did recommend that person for the Merchant Marine Academy. I don't think that person would be successful at the Naval Academy. Although I do think that the Merchant Marine Academy is a tougher curriculum, but I think the atmosphere might be better for that person. Is it my final say whether that person gets the nomination or the appointment? No. I'm just one person on that team that said recommend nomination. The others all over the place. It's very interesting that today the person that had the highest SAT scores was the worst interview. It just baffles my mind. They had no idea what they were getting into. They really didn't know why they were there. I think somebody told them it was a good idea to apply to the Naval Academy. You'll look good in that Navy uniform. That's why I think why they were there. They didn't take the DABURB yet. They didn't take the CFA. And this actually was the first interview for them. So I think they're kind of working their way through the system. And I think the whole system has not caught up with them yet, in that they just did the application for one senator for nomination, and they did their application for Naval Academy. So that's it. That's day one. Sometimes a great day. Sometimes you got all great students. Sometimes you got all terrible students. And some days you have a mix of students. And today is a mix. So stick around. The next face you'll see would be my face here tomorrow morning. Hopefully I have a different tie on, and hopefully the sun is out and we have better lighting than we have today. All right, so let's swipe over to tomorrow. Welcome to day number 2. A much brighter day today, which is really good for lighting. However, it's a much colder day this morning. It is about 7:30 in the morning, and it is 26 degrees. So we're getting ready for the first round of candidates. Hopefully my tech lasts through the morning here. I think this might be a short day today. I don't see a big slate of candidates for my team, but we'll see how this works out. This morning, we start off with a wonderful candidate. This person has a LOA, has excellent SAT scores, has gone to the Naval Academy Summer Seminar, the Coast Guard AIM. It appears that this person has done everything that you could do to check the boxes off. So hopefully the interview goes great. Unlike yesterday's LOA meeting where the person had no idea what they were getting into and we had to not recommend them. So I am looking forward to a great day today. And actually, I'm excited to kick the morning off with this person, with their LOA to the Merchant Marine Academy, another Merchant Marine Academy guy, but to the Merchant Marine Academy, and let's see how it goes. So we're going to check in after this interview, and we'll give you an update. All right, first interview is done. What a great interview. This young person had an LOA to the Merchant Marine Academy, is waiting on a LOA to the Naval Academy, went to summer seminar, went to AIM program, did overnights at Merchant Marine Academy and at the Naval Academy. This person had their act together. I wish I could show you their resume. They did just about everything right. A little light on the community service, But if you looked at this person's activities for everything else, it is unbelievable. What a great way to start the day. So the next two are coming up, and the next person has graduated already from high school, graduated in 2024. They've been out of school a year. They are doing a year of college, and so is the next person. So we're going to see how this one goes. I don't think this is the first time. I can't find it in the paperwork here. The first time that this person has applied to a service academy. So this might be their second time around doing this. So we're going to find out. And I'll get back to you right after that interview. So stand by. Okay, second interview complete. Another great interview. A really strong candidate that is looking at either the Merchant Marine Academy or the Military Academy at West Point. Great person, clicked all the boxes, but for the academic part. They took the ACT. The ACT was a little light, but I think that they will be successful in that they did spend 1 year at school at Georgia Military College, or actually spent a year and a half at school at Georgia Military College, taking the required classes that they would need to be successful at any academy. So the ACT doesn't always tell the whole story. I think the grades at Georgia does tell a better story, and I really highly recommend that person to get into the service academy of their choice, because I really do think that they would be successful. So I guess the message here with candidate number 2 is, if you're not strong with your SAT or ACTs for whatever reason, and you don't make the first cut of getting into a military academy, go to a civilian college. This person went to Georgia Military, but go to a civilian college, take those STEM classes, those calc, those physics, those chem classes that you need. Do really well in those classes, retake the SAT or ACTs, and apply again. And I think you probably will be successful. So here we are. We're about to go into number 3. And I just found out that number 3 will be the last one for me for today. They've caught up on all the interviews, and I will be able to finish up with number 3 here, right here around lunchtime. So number 3 is another strong candidate. This person wants to go to the Naval Academy. They have high 700 SATs, pushing almost perfect scores, but they do not have an LOA. So we're going to see what the story is with this person, and we'll wrap it up right after that interview. So stay tuned for the wrap up. Thank you. All right, we wrapped up day number 2. Today was a great day. I only interviewed 3 candidates today. Every one of them was exceptional. The second one, a little shaky on the grades, but it was a great interview. Everybody knew exactly what they wanted to do, where they wanted to go. They had read stuff on the military. They had read stuff on the academies. So today made up for yesterday. And I kind of look at these things kind of like playing golf. When you play golf, you have a good hole, and then you have a bad hole, and then you have a good hole, and then a couple of bad holes. It's the way golf is. Well, I guess interviewing so far this year has kind of been like that. Had a bunch of bad holes yesterday, and today we had a string of really good holes. I would say that those holes were, par or birdies, probably birdie holes. And yesterday were bogey and double bogey holes. So I'm really happy. You probably can tell by my demeanor that I'm happy when these kids do well. And the last guy actually had prepped for his interview for the Naval Academy, in that he went and he worked with his blue and gold officer, and the blue and gold officer practiced with him and said, hey, you got to do this, and these are the kind of questions they're going to ask, and make sure you have good answers. So there you go. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you get what you want. I hope everything goes well for you. And you guys have any comments, put them down below and I will respond to them. So thank you so much. Thank you for tuning into this a little bit different type of video, and have a good one. Bye now.